West Ham 4, Doncaster 0, and West Ham are through to the 5th round against either Liverpool or Manchester United. We find out who we face tomorrow. Before we get into it, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for more West Ham videos. And guys, hindsight is a wonderful thing, because going into this game, I saw 7 changes and I wasn't, my confidence levels went from maybe I'm 90% or 95% sure we was going to win this game down to around about 80. I felt that the chances of a possible upset were increased with the 7 changes. I ideally wanted to see maybe our strongest team, and I'm a firm believer, play your strongest team, then maybe rotate 1 or 2, and then think about Crystal Palace come Monday. Anyway, David Moyes, this is why David Moyes is employed as the West Ham manager, and I'm not, because he got it bang on today. We won 4-0, what a result, especially using the rotation, using the squad, our thin squad, as much as we can. First goal, literally inside 1 minute. Yarmolenko's down on the right-hand side. A fantastic overlap from Ryan Fredericks. And it has to be said that Ryan Fredericks, before we signed Soufal, and in the first couple of the games of the season before he got injured and we had to sign Soufal because we had no right back, you could say that he was harshly, dropped in terms of his injury. But Soufal's come in, he's made it difficult for Ryan Fredericks to get back into the team. It's a fantastic overlap. And I feel like Ryan Fredericks has improved that final decision making, that final ball in the final third. It's a fantastic pullback and it's a fantastic finish by Pablo Fornals on the ball, on the half volley, connects with it sweetly into the corner. 1 minute 30 seconds in, and you're thinking, West Ham, come on, 1 minute 30 seconds in, and we're not really a team that normally start on the front foot, even, no matter who the opposition is. And we do that, we get the goal in the first minute 30. And I've got to say, Pablo Fornals, yes, we played Doncaster, so let's not, get too hyped and too buzzed about it. But Pablo Fornals, the last couple of games, he played very well against Burnley, I thought. A fantastic assist for Antonio. Was harshly dropped or rotated with Lanzini. Come on, and I felt like he maintained the ball well for West Ham against West Brom. Again, today, we are starting to see maybe the confidence of Pablo Fornals come out and just stamp his authority into the game, because wasn't too long after that, Benrahma, Fornals and Lanzini, we saw fantastic interchange passing between the three. They were rotating, in the middle to try and cause confusion for that Doncaster defence. It was a fantastic ball from Benrahma into Fornals, splitting the Manchester United, the Doncaster midfield and the Doncaster defence. It's a fantastic little dink outside the right foot from Pablo Fornals. Yarmolenko runs onto the ball on the volley, smashes it wide or over. And if that went in, you would have gone, what a goal, because it was a fantastic interchange play between Benrahma, Fornals and Yarmolenko. It would have been a pretty sweet goal. Going on to the second goal, because really in the first half, Doncaster didn't really cause us any problems. They had, a set piece, that they had a header that Fabianski sort of dropped back and caught the ball. They didn't really cause us any problems, considering this is a team that have won like 8, they're doing very well in the league, 4th in League One. They're doing very well in terms of their form, and we dispatched them with quality. The second goal, Benrahma tries to play a through ball. It gets intercepted, but he reads the second ball. He receives the ball. It's a fantastic weighted ball. And Benrahma today, I feel like it would have been the perfect afternoon, perfect evening if we had seen Benrahma get on the score sheet. He didn't get on the score sheet today, but it's coming. It is coming. I feel like sometimes he's trying too hard, but the assist for Yarmolenko outside of his right foot, fantastically weighted. And in terms of his passing, his progressive passing into the final third, into our attacking players was good today. It was good. Yes, we're only playing Doncaster, but it's a game that can easily help him boost his confidence, make him feel more welcome and more home at West Ham. What with these type of performances, and it was a fantastic assist, and it was an even better finish in Yarmolenko. This is a guy who is actually a very good finisher. He is a very good finisher. It's a fantastic run off the defender. It's a fantastic little dink over the Doncaster keeper, who actually had a really, really good game for them, because he actually stopped it from maybe being 5 or 6-0. A pretty solid game from the Doncaster guy, goalkeeper, considering he's only 21 years of age. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Into the second half, we make it 3-0 to pretty much kill the tie. It's a corner. It's a corner put in from Mark Noble. There's a glanced header on from a Doncaster defender, and I don't know who it was. It might have been Butler. I think it was his name, Butler. He knees it into that 3-0. You knew the tie was over. And I've got to admit, guys, we have got a proper decent bloke at West Ham managing this team. And, you know, it's not often you could say that because, you know, we've had Sam Allardyce. We know how much of a twat that guy is, right? I hate Sam Allardyce. Whilst, yes, he offered stability to West Ham, I don't like him as a person. I feel like he's arrogant. But at West Ham, we've got a proper decent bloke under David Moyes. He brings on the first debutant, Ophilan. I've absolutely butchered his name, but you know who I'm on about. You know who I'm on about. Under 23 striker or centre attacking midfielder. He comes on and he's very bright. He gets on the ball. He's trying to, you know, turn, have a run at the Doncaster defenders, and the ball gets switched out wide to Ryan Fredericks. Now, this is where I was talking about. Ryan Fredericks' decision making, in my opinion, has, you know, sort of improved. He gets into the final third, and there isn't really an option for him to pass the ball back. So what does he do? He smashes at the goalkeeper in the hope that the goalkeeper makes a save, parries it into the 6-yard box, and this Ophilan runs in, taps it in for his first goal on his debut for West Ham, and it was absolutely a joy to see an academy player come through the youth system, make a stamp on the first team. Yes, the game was already won at 3-0, but it's still very nice to see that David Moyes just been a decent bloke and given these youngsters a debut. And also, he brought on Nathan Trott. Fabianski comes off. He brings on Nathan Trott. And again, that's just a decent human being. We've got a decent bloke at West Ham, a decent manager, a decent human. And not many managers would take off their goalkeeper of 3 or 4-0 to bring on a young goalkeeper. And he could have easily brought on David Martin. David Martin doesn't get... You know, I'm pretty sure David Martin was on the bench, but if he wasn't, I look stupid. But if he was, he could have easily brought him on. He doesn't. He brings on Nathan Trott. Fair play to him. He didn't really do much, but just, you know, 5 or 10 minutes being in and around the first team on the pitch just gives him a confidence boost and only does wonders for him going into the future. And then he brings on Jamal Baptiste at right back, and I think he's more of a centre back, but he looked absolutely fantastic. You know, going forward, he really did look really, really good. And it's very nice to see that we're starting to see sort of the next crop of youngsters coming through the first team, right, having a bit of a chance, you know, against teams like Doncaster when the games are won. And now we've got 9 substitutions for future Premier League games. You're going to expect players like Odebeku, the striker that scored today on his debut. We might see more of these guys going into the future. And yes, we've got Liverpool or Manchester United next. And preferably, if I had to choose between the two, I would probably go Liverpool. Now, both teams, in my opinion, firstly, Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool. They haven't gone past the 4th or the 5th round since he's been at Liverpool. Not doing very well in the league. Got quite a few injuries in terms of their back 4. So for me, I would probably go towards them. And considering the form they're on, they're probably going to rotate. They're probably going to rotate as much as they can to probably prioritise the Premier League. In terms of Manchester United, it's the first time, you know, since Sir Alex Ferguson's left, where they're in with a chance, a realistic chance of winning the Premier League. Are they going to risk maybe Bruno Fernandes, Martial, Rashford? You know, whilst I would expect some of their top players to play, like Donny van der Beek, who doesn't play often, but he's on the bench, coming from the bench for Manchester United, you know, they're going to have one eye on the Premier League, prioritising the Premier League because they've got a fantastic shot. So there's obviously pros and cons for playing either team. And with how the season's gone so far, bring them on, because obviously we would play a stronger team. I'd imagine when we go and play Liverpool, Manchester United, we will play our starting 11 against one of them. You know, we'll see Declan Rice come back into the fold. We'll see Antonio start. And for me, let's go on, because I firmly believe that with this team, that under David Moyes, we can go there, considering how we've played against some of the bigger sides and how we've played this season. We're going to be tough to beat. We're going to make it difficult for them. We're going to hit them on the counter-attack, quick transitions. And generally, I think we've got a real shot at the FA Cup. I really do. But anyway, moving on to Crystal Palace on Tuesday. A huge opportunity to finish 4th. You know, I can't wait for the game. You know, with the way we're playing and the way things are at West Ham right now, I can't wait till the next fixture. Guys, hit the subscribe button. Catch you in the next video. See you later.